It's Auntie Ashley, the Clinical Cookout, and it's Friendly Neighborhood Therapist Friday. And this week we discuss single parent exhaustion. So let me start out by saying, one, I am the product of a single mama. My mama, Miss Tracy Rimpert, best mama in the world. She did her thing raising me, okay? But that's what I really want to talk to y'all about. See, yes, my mother was a single mother, but my mother wasn't a solo mother. My mother wasn't a solo parent. Difference. Single just denotes that you're not married or partnered. That's all single means. Single parent doesn't necessarily mean you don't have support, because my mama had that. My mama had a village, okay? And for a lot of people too, I want to make something clear out there, because I see it happen a lot, especially around Mother and Father's Day. Some of y'all say y'all single parenting and doing all this on your own when you actually have a good and present co-parent, okay? We got to get past the fact that we might still have an issue with that other parent if they are actually a good parent, okay? Some people are great co-parents. They realize that the children or child is the most important thing. They set aside all other things and they do what's right for those children or that child. You not necessarily a single parent in that sense if you have a active and present co-parent that's doing their thing. Okay? And that's where the word solo parent comes in. See, single just means you ain't partnered. Solo means you're doing it on your own. Now, there are solo parents out there completely doing everything on their own. They do not have support. They do not have a good co-parent, and it's hard. But parenting is hard in general, whether you single, solo, partnered, married, whatever. Parenting is hard. We all get exhausted as parents. We are all doing the best that we can. My message today is, if you are doing the best that you can with what you have available to you, show yourself some grace and compassion, okay? You get to be tired. You get to be exhausted. You get to say, I don't want to do this today. That's okay. Secondly, the village. Now, y'all, the village is not necessarily gone, but things have changed. On the end of parents of this day and age, a lot of us are parenting differently, or at least trying to. Some are conscious parenting, gentle parenting, whatever you want to call it. Some do not want to put hands on their kids anymore. And that need to be respected. I understand old school ways and people, I get it. But you were allowed to raise your children the way you saw fit. Let us raise our children the way we see fit, unless we are doing something obviously wrong, right? Let us do that and respect it. But on the flip side, parents, us, when the village is trying to tell you something or help you, you sometimes you gotta listen, okay? They're not always wrong. Old school ways ain't all wrong. Some of those old school ways work. Some of them didn't, but some of them do. So it's a balance there, and we gotta figure out the balance. We all have to respect each other within a village in order for the village to actually work and operate correctly to raise these kids. Now, currently, I'm solo parenting. If you watch the episode, you know my husband is on military assignment. I have been solo parenting for over a year now. However, I'm not solo parenting anymore because my sister's here. Village, my sister's here with me now, and she has been a tremendous help. Love her to death. That being said, it is a privilege to have help. It is a privilege to have a village, whether it's family, friends, whoever. It's a privilege. We got to understand that those of us in that position, are privileged. Doesn't mean we don't still get exhausted. For those of you who really feel like, I don't have anyone, I don't have a village, I don't have family I can call on, I don't have friends I can call on, I want you to consider something. Is that all the way true, or do you just struggle to ask for help at all? If it's all the way true, then you have to find resources in your community, because they are there. The last thing you want is to completely burn out as a parent. That's not good for you or those kids. One last thing. We also have to recognize that some people chose to be single parents, especially some mothers out there. You have some women who choose to do this on their own, whether that be they go get artificially inseminated, whatever may have you. They still get to be exhausted. I never like when people say, well, you made that decision, and you act like I'm not still human. Just because I made a certain decision don't mean I don't get to feel, doesn't mean I don't get exhausted or burned out. It just means I made the decision because that's what I wanted to do at the time. Don't hold that against somebody as if to say they don't deserve help. That's insane and shows lack of empathy. And we got to do better as a people. All right, y'all. That's really all I have. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the weekend and join us next week for a brand new theme.